Hey, my loves, Empress Vibrant here. So, the amount of downloads, the amount of downloads, the amount of downloads. One of the first things I was hearing was monitoring spirits. They're being nosy. They're farsing up in your business. They're showing up in places that they shouldn't really be. They've got their minions outside watching your moves. Just, as you're frequenting your, supermarkets, picking up your children from school, doing your day-to-day activities. You have people watching you. They're very, very nosy. So that's the energy that I'm getting. Monitoring spirits, people are fasting, all up in your business. Keep the signs, because there are things that the spirit team are going to be giving you divine nudges on and signs just to counteract and to balance some of this extra unwanted attention and energy. But we transmute, we use what the enemy throws at us for our destruction and turn it into magic, because we are the alchemists. Yeah, we be turning lead into gold, that kind of stuff. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And hit the notification bell to be up to the time with the messages as they come out. So, what is the vibes? Like I said, I just got this energy of people watching. I mean, they're watching you move through things. They're watching you do life. For some people, it's like, how are you doing life in the midst of everything? Look at this temple path. So you are on your path. You are on the spiritual journey. You are where you're meant to be. There is an ascension that is happening. There are spirit guides coming to you in your dreams. There are people saying certain things that are triggering responses in you that hasn't had that effect before. You've heard the same things before. Yeah, you know things logically. We know things intellectually. But on this level, you're tapping in to the temple within. You are recognizing that you are a human housing this amazing spirit, this soul divine life force. So this temple path that you're on means that your light is really, really bright right about now. You may end up seeing people really looking in your face. It's just like, have I got something on my face? Because people are really looking at me. Some people are looking at me strange. Some people are looking at me quite fearful. Some people are quite suspicious. People don't really know how to take me. I'm not really sure what that vibe is. It's because you are on your journey. You are on this thing and you're being really, really intentional about what it is that you're doing. And that's the key thing. You're not just going with the flow. Going with the flow is great, especially if you are coming at it from a surrender standpoint. And just to be like, well, I'm just going to let the Most High lead. But when you're intentional about your practices, when you're intentional about what it is that you're doing, you will find that people will start to feel a little bit uncomfortable in your presence. You will make people feel uncomfortable with your dedication, your assertiveness, the things that you do just as standard, that people would be like, oh, why are you doing that? Why? What made you think to do that? Where does that come from? All that kind of stuff. These are the kind of things you'll come up with. And as well as, the people who are just watching to be like watching sake and kind of watching for the demise, there are those around that the Most High has put in your camp to monitor you, to keep you safe, for you to have that backative. And that person when you see them. That person when you're around them. There is a certain energy. Keep the energy where you just feel calm, where it's not a thing where you feel like you have to constantly speak to fill the gaps, Those are key things. When you feel so anxious that you feel like you've got to keep talking and fill in the gaps, this is where the monitoring spirits, and this is where the nosy people are wanting you to spill the beans so they can kind of gobble up all of your information, gobble up all of your plans in order for them to lay traps at your feet. Yeah. So peep those people who are just, it's like feigning interest. You know the one. So what is it that you're doing? Sounds really interesting. Okay, do tell. But they're not really, really interested. It's like data gathering. It's trying to have the inside scoop. Trying to have the front run. Anyway, next energy, victory. But like I said, the victory. Like I said, you are on the right path. You are intentional. The things that are going to come up, the things that are coming up while you are having your ascension is rough. You are going through a space where you are putting in energy, effort, time, and discipline. And while you're doing that, these energies, these things, these low vibrations, these thoughts and these feelings will just keep coming up. And obviously you have to use your discernment, because they will come up for transmutation, for healing, for transformation. But there are certain things that come up at certain times when you know that you're on the precipice of a breakthrough. You know what it is that you're doing is got you excited, not silly excited, but that bubble of, oh my gosh, I know that that idea was divine inspiration. I know that the fact that I woke up out of my dream to write that, the fact that I woke up early dawning, or the fact that I was just laying here and I'm just getting this downloads of how I should market something, how I should do something, how I should do this project, or who I should work with, or actually who I should collaborate with. And then soon thereafter, to go through a real huge dip in energy. I'm talking a nosedive. It's almost like having to pick yourself up from further down than where you were. You were riding high. You were just keeping, you was keeping your head above the water. You was doing what you had to do. You know what I mean? The Most High was giving you what it is that you needed. You had your little cheerleaders, you have your little helpmates around to support. But you do something, you have that faith, you take that action. And then there's this plateau. It's kind of like a come down energy. It kind of feels like, then you start to vibrate and look at all of the other stuff that's going on. That's just not fabulous. That's not the one. But the Most High is going to be putting people around you to remind you of the victories, even the small ones. Please give yourself a pat on the back. It's no joke, the amount of stuff that we have to move through. So your best bet is to love on yourself. But the Most High is going to be sending you. I'm also seeing, right, so the signs for the temple path are seeing light spots. And then in this, sometimes when you've been looking at the sun, or when you've been looking, kind of like, when you are in a meditative space and you are, your eyes aren't closed, but they're low down, and you're able to see the colors and things become, you'll be able to see the light spots. I think you're going to start being able to see some more of the light spots. You're going to be able to see people's auras more. Peep the signs of the things where you can almost hear what people are saying before they say it. So you might go to ask a question, or you might walk into a room and you can just hear what it is that's going on around that person, or you can see the color, or see the emotion, see the thing that is going on within them, no matter how much they are trying to mask it. These are the kind of things that the temple path is showing you, your ascension into the God self, to the divine, to your higher self, to you fully trusting this intuition. That, you're not going crazy. When people say, yeah, I heard them speaking about me. Yes, I hear them. I hear the plots, I hear the laughter, I hear the snide comments, I hear the backhanded compliments. And that's what it is that you're hearing, you're seeing it, and it's almost like, am I tripping? Am I tripping? Because how is it that I can just know what's happening in this situation and everybody's trying to feign like, what do you mean? What's happening? And it's like, yeah, can't kid a kidder. And furthermore, you can't kid somebody who is on their journey and who is tapped in, sweetie. You are tapped in. Affirm you are tapped in. I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in. I'm locked into this thing right about now. I'm on some, hey, Most High. Hey, Spirit Team, thank you. What would you have me do today? I'm open. What would you have me do? You know, and this is the kind of energy. And it's like this reading. I kind of had it on my heart to want to do this reading from a couple of days ago. And that's the thing, right about now, having the baby and stuff like that, and you know, the toddler and the teenager and the partner, and trying to just navigate life and everything. It's like a new space. There is, you know, a new way of having to new approach. It's a new approach, and I'm still finding my feet. So I feel like that's the kind of energy. We're still finding our feet. So be gentle with yourself while you are doing these things. Yes, it will feel like, hold on a minute, 2 steps forward, like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Like, what is happening? I was doing so well. Please don't do that to yourself. I had to really talk to myself big and serious, and I had to do some journaling, and I had to really, really ask some questions like, what is that about? You know? And then you get out of victimhood, then you get out of the blame game, and then you start taking accountability and start saying, all right, okay, now I need to draw back. So if on your temple path, you will start to see certain signs, you will start to feel people, see people's auras, hear what they're saying or hear what they're thinking, see what their intentions are. You know, it's almost like I even got a vision of someone getting into a cab or going to get into a cab and be like, just don't dig the energy. I just, and I know in this day and time, you know, very rarely are we jumping into unlicensed cars, but licensed or no license, yeah. Although the cars are tracked and stuff like that, anything could happen on the route to whatever, and how long is it going to take for, you know what I'm saying, for support to come. So it's almost like that. You're tapped in. It's like, so be mindful. If you get energy that's like, don't want to get into this car, don't want to ride that bus, don't want to ride the elevator with you. Yeah. I don't think I want to use the toilet after you. I don't think I want to, you know what I'm saying? Drink from you, eat from you, be in your space. You see all of those little things. It's not just you being funny. So be mindful of that. But the victories are coming in when you have took the time and you've paused and you've said, okay, so what have I done well? What worked well? What didn't work so well? What worked well? Okay, well done. You got that done today. Okay, well done. Okay, check you out. Oh, are you disciplined? Are you putting yourself first? Oh, okay. I see. You're going outside more. Oh, okay. So it's a bit more self-care. Oh, you're doing more of a skincare routine. Oh, I see. You're loving on yourself more. Oh, you're standing up for yourself. Oh, you're using your voice. Oh, you're posting online. Oh, you are exploring your creativity. Oh, okay. You're exploring a new look. Oh, you're learning a new language. I see. Check you out. Oh, you're on a study, you're on a course, and you're loving it. Okay, and you've got your plan of how you're going to launch your business or relaunch or whatever it is. Those are the victories. Take them all. When you've heard, seen what the vibe is, take the victories, because like I said, You're going to be getting an onslaught of messages and downloads, and sometimes it can be overwhelming, especially if you're getting your downloads in the midst of a really hard time and things are just difficult and you're just not digging life right about now. It's rough. That's the kind of energy. Anxiety, that old chestnut. This is the energy. This is how they want you. They don't want you confident. They don't want you feeling victorious. They don't want you feeling too secure, too safe. Yeah, I've got to keep you off kilter. I've got to offset your balance a little bit. You're getting a little bit comfortable over there, smiling a little bit too hard. Like, why are you joyful like that? Like, dial it down a little bit. Can you calm down? Can you dial down your happy? Can you, all this that you're doing, all this loud and extra and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and shiny, ready for the day? What is this? They want you like this, contemplating every move, second guessing yourself, doubting yourself, going over and over the times when things didn't go right, then looking at things like it's going to do the same thing, and only seeing through victim colored glasses, only seeing through pain and fear and worry. This is the energy. So when you're around them people that invoke discomfort, really tap in. This is where your spiritual application, this is where your powers of discernment, sweetie, comes into effect. This is where you have to do up the journaling. This is where you have to do the sitting in the silence to really hear what's really going on. Does this person invoke this feeling in me because they make me feel like I need to get my together? They invoke, oh my gosh, look at what they're doing. I need to, inspiring and nervousness, anxiety of, oh my gosh, I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sitting on my dreams. Why am I sitting on my hands? If it's that kind of thing, then you know that that's the temple path energy. This is somebody who the Most High sends you around, who's showing you victory. Yes, it's happening. The victory is there. You can have it too. If that's the energy, then that's someone who's been brought towards you to give you that extra spark, to get you that inspiration. But if it's a sucky energy and it's just that, and you just be talking to fill the gaps, and it always just feels like, oh, I can't really be in silence with these people, or there's this energy, then the Most High is pointing and shining a big light over these people. Yeah. I want to see what kind of energy you're in with these African Goddess Rising cards. I want to see what kind of energy you're rocking with. Why these people are just onto you. What is this? We have Azuli Dantor, etheric chords. And she's got, look at that. And she's got a big cutlass, etheric chords. Okay, so I might have butchered the name. Please do. Sorry. But Miss Dantor here is talking about etheric chords. We are all interconnected through these etheric chords. And this is what I was saying about some of these monitoring spirits. This is how they're getting access to you. You still are connected to them energetically. Every time you be vibing on what they thinking about, what they're talking about, what are they thinking about me, what are they saying, who's sneaking me now, such and such. These are the things that we feed. They send out little breadcrumbs. They send little things, little beacons out, and they just wait for us to grab at something. It's like setting a trap. They set little things. Oh, let me say something, do something to get them off a bit off kilter. When they're on a little downer, we'll just keep throwing at them all of the negative stuff, all of the stuff that makes them feel like rubbish, shame, guilt, worry, anxiety, low vibration, feeling insecure. The list goes endless when it comes to the low self-esteem and all of the rest. So we're talking about they see you severing these cords by you stepping into your temple path, no joke. You're doing up stuff, and I think this is why they're amping up the thing. I think that's why the Most High's like, look, remember your small victories, because there is an onslaught, there is a team of, or there is an energetic force that is around at the moment, that is, and sometimes we say these things and it's like, there's a school of thought where with this energy of etheric cord cutting, this is something that you can do in the comfort of your home. This is something you can do. You don't need any tools. This is all done up here. This is all the power of intention. This is where you sit down and you are putting yourself in a space where you are seeing all of the cords that are wrapped around you, coming from every facet, every part of you, and they are tethered to people, places, and things, and times, and spaces, and versions of yourself that you no longer identify with. And there are some people who would rather drag your name through the mud over things that happened over how many years ago. And you are no longer that person. You are no longer in that space. You no longer even go by that same name or that same energy that they're trying to bring back. You don't resonate with that no more. And you can cut energetically, see yourself cutting. Use your scissors, use your cutlass and cut, sever these cords, and it has a profound effect. It's not a one and done situation, because you already know that this life has got layers, and it's really, really a layer game. So yeah, so I'm loving the fact that that's the energy. The energy is the energetic cord cutting that is going in. Yeah. So I wanted to get some messages from the angels, because they are gonna, like I said, the signs, the messages. Let's see what other things that your spirit team are highlighting for you. Yeah, man, this temple path, this path to enlightenment, this personal growth. Let's see, quite a few cards have come up. Right, so communicate clearly. There are things that are getting lost in translation. You're not being clear. A lot of you are talking about things that you don't want, myself included. I am catching myself out regular. But yeah, only speak of what it is that you do want, and speak in terms of states and emotions and experiences that you prefer. Speak clearly when making your feelings and your requests known. Don't leave things up to chance, because that's when you start getting into this anxiety, worrying. Are they going to get it? Are they going to get things right? Do they really know me? Really just honing in on things that can really derail where you are. So communicate clearly, wait before you speak, wait before you take action. Don't just run up into things. This is not a season to just run up into things without at least consulting the spirit team. You're on the temple path. Talk to the team. They're always around you. Look at all these. They're always around. They're always around. They're always around. There is. And look, this is someone who look. She's got a saber. Wait. you got to do some cord cutting first. Wait before you go and jump into that new relationship. Wait before you jump into responding the same way that you responded before. Wait before you make the decision to go back to that guy who is just yummy but has no good thing for you except for that thing, that thing, that thing. You understand? Wait. Test the spirits. Use your discernment. Is this for me? Is this in alignment with where I'm heading? Is this really giving what it needs to be giving? If no, let it go. Let it go. Because abundance is here. Abundance is here. They can't give you certain things until you cut certain cords, until you start cutting out habits and cutting out the people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Because there's certain people that can't have the come up because you've got the come up, because you are just that type of person that, what if I've got, then you've got, baby, we've got. If I got, we got. And there are certain people that should not have access to your abundance. They shouldn't actually have access to you at all. So again, this cord cutting, talking to your spirit team about covering your temple with these pillars of protection, covering your whole being with this orb of light, with the spirit team, with these pillars of strength and fortitude. Yeah. Look for the signs, ask the questions, play a game, play games. Some of us, and I say us because this is a collective reading, some of us have a hard time with making certain requests in a playful way, or it's like we have to come and appeal at this really big, harsh, big thing. Play with them. Show me a butterfly. Show me such and such. Show me that what I'm doing is right by letting me see feathers. I just want to see bare feathers. If I see bare feathers, then I know that you know that I've been looking out for the signs. Build that relationship. Look for the signs. Play with it. You know, because there is divine change here. And they simply say, yes, you can have it. Yes, you can have it. You deserve it. Yes, you can have it. You deserve it. Pre the signs, people. Pre the signs. I feel like there's one last thing. I want to get a word from the animal spirits just to close. Just to get a final word from the animal spirit team, what their vibration is. So, skunk spirit, know your worth. Did I not say at the beginning of this reading, they are playing on your insecurities, they are playing in your face. They're playing in our faces. They're smiling and giggling and playing friends when really it's not really that. Chipping away at your self-esteem, chipping away at your confidence with the little sarky comments, with the lack of support, with the lack of encouragement, or whatever it is that you are experiencing. It's real, but it all lies in knowing your worth. It's all about bringing yourself back to center, bringing yourself back to peace, because this right here, this is how they're attacking us, with our self-worth. Yeah, even myself, I've had to really work through not equating numbers, views, and likes and subscribes. I'm a very small channel. Been a small channel for a while, and I come in and I go, and I come and I go, and I haven't really given it its full attention. And this particular time, I feel like I want to give it its full attention. And I find myself really watching, like, oh, only a few views. It's like, calm down. Your worth, Empress Vibrant, is not connected to likes. You're not doing it for likes. This is a love that you have. You have a passion for giving messages. You have a divine purpose. And if you could do this all day, every day, you would. You know what I'm saying? What if childcare was patterned? Hey, listen to me. I'd be doing all kinds of stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm working with it. So know your worth. Your worth is not wrapped up in the clothes that you wear, the place that you live, the car that you drive, the people that you flex with, your children, your family, your economic status, your relationship, whether you're a parent, not a parent, what your sexuality is, whether you don't subscribe to it, anything, whatever. Your self-worth is not tied up in any of the things that are being highlighted at this time. So don't ignore those signs, those things that make you feel mad and uncomfortable. Work through the stuff, but also the people who are causing these things to come up. If it's a positive thing, I mean, this is the thing. It's all positive. Even the SHIT, because it's lessons. It's lessons that we have to learn so that we don't have to do it again. And sometimes we just have to keep going through it just as a quick reminder, because we come here and completely forget what it is that we've come here to do and what we've asked for. So yeah, know your worth. And then we've got the Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. Again, don't allow these people, places, and things to take you off your path. Reclaim your power. Be upset for a while. Yes, cry, lick your wounds, whatever it is that you've got to do to honor your feelings. It's not about stuffing things down. It's not about pretending. It's not about sprinkling sugar on SHIT. Okay? It's about knowing that your feelings are valid, working through those things, reclaiming your power, going through that thing, taking your day, 2 days, however long it takes, and then wheeling and coming again and said, no, 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 no. Let me use the power of breath to bring me back to center. Let me be still. Let me quiet my mind. Let me create silence. Let me move about. Let me wire my waist. Let me activate my divine goddess energy. Let me activate the healer within me. Let me activate the alchemist. Let me activate the priest and priestess. This is what the reclaiming power is not pretending or not trying to have any days that are going to be difficult, because that right there is just foolhardy. You know, the spiritual journey is one that can be quite difficult and quite harsh for those who can see and who have eyes to hear, who has eyes to see and ears to hear. You know, it can be quite difficult sometimes, but we can see a whole mass of beauty as well. So there is that duality. There is a balance in this thing, this harmony and challenge, you know, but reclaiming your power, deciding that that's enough. That's the vibes. So we have number 40, we have mouse spirit, tend to the small things. You don't have to do everything right now, and you don't have to knock out everything out of the park. It's not that deep. You don't have to have everything sewn up. You don't have to have everything in its place already. Just tend to the small things. One thing at a time, 1 foot in front of the other, 1 day at a time. Okay? Attend to the small things, peep the signs. Please don't take anything for just, oh, there are no coincidences. And that being said, what are you learning? What are you seeing? What are you peeping, people? So if you've got to the end of this message, please put a purple heart in the comments and yeah, it just will show that you are seeing these things, you recognize it, you know that you're going through certain things, and you're like, nah, man, I'm putting in work. This is difficult. Why is this the third dark night of the soul I've had this season? And it's only May. You know what I mean? Like, what is this? Okay. It's just you're being sharpened. You're being forged for something amazing. Okay. So much love. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.